This video is being made to bring attention to some wonderful WoW YouTube channels that don't get enough attention. So I'll be splitting these channels into categories, and first up we'll go with the lore YouTubers. Flying Buttress is a lore YouTuber who makes videos about the Chronicle books, the 3 World of Warcraft books that go over all of the lore in WoW, and he's almost done with that, which is quite the feat. He's also been doing these videos about the lore of some of the starting zones, and the way he does the videos is very similar to how the Villains Corner videos are done on my channel. So if you're a fan of the Villains Corner, then you'll love the Flying Buttress. Seriously, some high quality lore entertainment. Next up we have Tailcraft Legacy. This guy is going through the quests in game and creating machinimas for them. And recently he was going through some of the old Wrathion quests from Mist of Pandaria, and I thought he did a wonderful job retelling them in a machinima. And lastly, we have the Lost Codex. They make lore videos about once every month or two, and that's because they have the highest quality videos out of any WoW YouTuber. Basically, they are the pinnacle of editing, and you can only really compare other WoW YouTubers to how close they get to the Lost Codex in quality. The reason their channel isn't super big is because of how long the videos take to make, and how that doesn't do well with YouTube's algorithm, which is kind of a shame. So I would greatly appreciate it if everyone subscribed to them and watched all their videos. The next category of YouTubers is the classic WoW folks. There's been a recent influx of WoW YouTubers who solely focus on classic WoW, despite the fact that the game isn't out yet, and here are 4 of them that I think do a wonderful job that you should totally check out. First up we have Classic Wins. If you enjoy my fact or crap quiz videos, then you'll love Classic Wins quiz videos. In addition to the quiz videos, he also does a couple of other classic WoW stuff, some high quality classic WoW stuff I might add, and he recently made a very viral video about how you could level from 1 to 60 in vanilla WoW by only killing boars, in a realistic way. Next we have Caperfin. This is probably one of the smallest channels that will be in this video, with 138 subscribers, and he is more known for having a very in-depth shaman tanking guide, or my most favorite video, The Art of Dig Ratting, which is something I actually never knew about, where you could throw a rat critter out into the open world so that you can kill it to get a whole bunch of various different buffs and class ability procs in raids. Next we have Frostadamus. His classic WoW videos are kind of like list videos, similar to the ones I make, and also kind of similar. He also puts a lot of time and effort into the editing and scripting, which is definitely not something standard practice with people who make list videos. There's a reason top 10s have a very negative connotation associated to them, and I'm glad to say Frost is one of the good ones. And finally, we have Platinum WoW. This guy makes guide videos for classic WoW, kind of. He also puts like a ton of time and effort into them, and even adds little machinima parts to them. So the best way to describe his videos is he basically makes WoW machinima comedy videos in the guise of vanilla WoW guide videos. His videos are just oozing with quality and personality. I wouldn't be surprised to see him explode in popularity and get real big in the next coming years. Now we'll go over to the pet battle YouTubers. Since pet battles are kind of a niche within a niche, they don't get as many views as more general WoW YouTube channels. So most people who try to make pet battle channels will quit after a while or aren't very good at the game. But these 3 are both good at PvP pet battles and consistently make videos. First up we have Kovak's Gaming. Now here's a little story with Kovak. About a year ago I used to run a pet battle tournament, and Kovak would show up to basically all of them, and won about 2/3 of them. So when it comes to PvP pet battles, he definitely knows more than I do, which is quite the accomplishment, because I'm an expert in PvP pet battles, as I myself have a PvP pet battle channel. And he recently started making videos a few months ago, so I'd highly recommend you go check them out if you're interested in PvP pet battles. Next up we have Disco Doggy. He was more well known for his pet battle website called pvppetbattles.com, and occasionally makes videos about his PvP pet battles. It was basically Disco Doggy's website that got me interested in PvP pet battles in the first place, and his channel is nothing but PvP pet battles. And lastly, we have Lenika's Pet Battles. Just like Kovak, Lenika used to come to a lot of the PvP pet battle tournaments I used to hold, and he also won a lot of them as well. but since Kovac came to the most amount of them, he obviously won more of them. And Lenica, just like Kovac and Disco Doggy, makes PvP pet battle videos, and is a great watch if you're into those kinds of things. Next, we'll move on to the Machinima WoW YouTubers. Now, the thing about Machinima is they kind of fall into the same category as the Lost Codex, where Machinimas are so time intensive that you can't put out a whole bunch of them at once, and they are not friendly to the YouTube algorithm. So it's really hard for Machinima channels to grow quickly, or to gain very much traction at all, unless they also do something else. First up, we have Nora. She's been at the Machinima making business for a long time now, but only puts out a video once every couple of months. I personally enjoy her style of humor, so you have to watch a couple of videos first to see if they mesh with your sense of humor as well. Next, we have Evo WoW, who has a variety of WoW Machinimas, most of them on the side of comedy. And next up, we have Captain Grimm. Grimm actually edits some videos for my channel. Basically, if you notice one of my videos looking very well edited, or has some really good visuals, it was probably Grimm who made that video. He's a very talented editor, and he also makes really funny WoW Machinimas like once every 6 months. He'd probably make more of them if he spent less time working for me, but everyone should check out his channel since he does still do good work on his own videos. Captain Grimm is an A+ recommendation. Next up, we have Laurentium, who falls into the category of comedy WoW Machinimas, and will occasionally swap between making one-off comedy videos and working on his long-running series, Aligning Azeroth. And since he's been running the channel for over 5 years now, there's a lot of backlog to go back and watch. And lastly, we have Pivotal. Pivotal makes really high quality WoW Machinimas to the point where he puts out like 1 or 2 videos a year. He's currently almost done with his next video, so subscribe to him now so you'll be able to watch it as soon as it comes out. Alright, in the last category we have news or current event WoW channels. Basically, World of Warcraft channels who have a variety of content, and most of it relating to current events in WoW and reporting on it. First up, we have So Breezy, who personally is one of my favorite WoW news channels to watch. He covers basically everything that comes out and gives a pretty balanced opinion on it, rather than completely praising it, which is a pretty rare thing to find, and also doesn't get very many clicks, which is why his channel isn't as big as I think it should be. In addition to covering current events, he also does a whole bunch of other different kinds of videos. Usually speculation type videos, community spotlights, and sometimes he'll put a ton of effort into a lore speculation, fan fiction type thing, where he does a really good impersonation of Sourfang. Next up, we have Skull Shorties. He's not really a WoW news channel per se, as he just occasionally covers current events, and his videos are more about lore speculation and making mock anime openings, which are my favorite things on his channel. Basically, he'll take an anime song, and then take a whole bunch of clips from cinematics in game, and splice them together to make it look like an anime opening. He does a great job at it, and it's definitely my favorite thing he does. And everyone should watch his channel, so he'll do more of them. And lastly, we have this small little YouTuber known as Kakio. He makes a video once every blue moon, but he does put a lot of time and effort into those videos, and most recently he made one about Blood Elves and why he loves them so much. So you should totally go check it out, watch that video, subscribe to it, and tell him to make more videos more often. Okay, and that's all of them. I wanted to highlight a lot of really good channels that don't get enough attention, I think. So I'll have links to their channels in the video description, and if you like their channels, tell them I sent you. Now, as part of my weekly market research, to see what's doing well in the WoW side of YouTube, and to get more video ideas, I regularly look up new, smaller channels. So the ones I'm listing here are just really good channels that are still active today. But it's very common for new people to come in, make a couple of good videos, and then quit after not doing well immediately. And that's because getting noticed on YouTube is kind of hard, especially if you make very high quality videos that aren't very marketable. Because there's a lot more to having a successful YouTube channel than just making good videos, as sad as that is. So hopefully this video will help out these people, if even just a little bit.